Now I'm married. I'm married to a wonderful, wonderful man. He proposed to me, he wrote me a wonderful note and got on a knee and he gave me this ring and it was a beautiful, really beautiful moment because I was like, oh my God, I'm so excited to plan my Bachelorette. Like I've been a Bachelorette my entire life. And then one day someone got on their knee, gave me an expensive piece of jewelry and was like, I want to commit my life to you. And I was like, awesome, but first let me see some strange dick first, yeah. What? Like, what is wrong with me? I went to Vegas for my Bachelorette party. Oh, yeah. When I told people, they were like, oh, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Have you guys been to Vegas? It's horrible, isn't it? It's like if you're going to Vegas and you want to look at women, delish. We all go to Vegas and we're like, oh my God, I'm gonna wear the sluttiest thing I've ever owned, okay? I've grown out of it. My areola is show, but I don't care, it's Vegas, let's go. Like women look amazing in Vegas. Guys, every guy there is just a 20-year-old douchebag from Minnesota with his hat on backwards, drinking slush vodka out of a plastic guitar. If that's what happens in Vegas, it can stay in Vegas. I went there because I wanted to see the Thunder from Down Under with my girls. Yes. One person has gone. Everybody should go. If you haven't been to the Thunder from Down Under, it's a male review, and it's not just strippers. It's a lot more than that. Okay. Way more meaningful. There's like choreography. There's costume changes. There's pyrotechnics. They light their pubes on fire. It was amazing. We went, a group of ladies, and it was one of the most uniting experiences I've ever been to in my life. Like a whole theater, 400 women, different walks of life, different ages, different backgrounds, and we all became one. One horny monster. As soon as they turned those lights down, everyone was like, show us balls. Like, just terrifying, you know? And they start the show off, they're like, ladies, the Thunder from Down Under is owned and operated by women. Everyone's like, feminism. If I'm gonna objectify a man, I want it to be on a woman's dime. Oh, it's a magical place, a magical time, I'll tell you that right now. All the men who are in there, like there's just something special about them. One guy like couldn't do the choreography because his eyes were crossed. But he had an extra ab, so it kind of worked out, you know what I mean? But like every guy who's in there, we were all cheering for them, and it was like guys we would never look at on the street. Do you know what I mean? Like just like the guy who was the most popular, for our group at least, he was 4'11", and he had a long ponytail and a long beard, and he had shaved his ass and grown like the ingrown hair pimples. But he just oiled over it. He's like, they gonna love it. And I'm like, personally, I was just cheering his confidence. I thought that was amazing to just come out there. And they came out, and it was like, they all did the same sort of thing. They like walked on stage, and they'd sort of strip off and take half the clothes off. Then they ended up just dudes in like Doc Martens and socks being like, like, then they'd walk to one side of the stage like, yeah, you like what I got, you like what I got, And then eventually that's how it'd be like, yeah, you like what you got. You're like, okay, how about you? You like what I got, you like what I got, And they're like, I don't know. We like it too, I guess. I don't know. Then there'd always be one table with one girl who's like, I fucking love you. And be like, okay, yeah. And he'd walk over and be like, yeah, you like what I got. You like what I got. And they all had the same finishing move. They'd walk over and be like, yeah, grinding, grab her head and dick punch. Every single time. Like, just like women walking out with two black guys, like, that was a great show. It was a lot. And like my girlfriends were like, you've got to cheer if you want them to come over. It's like, I don't want them to come over. Stay away. But then, midway through the whole thing, they stopped the show and they said, we've got a special event we're going to do. It's a contest. We need 3 lucky ladies to come up from the audience on stage. And I was like, stage time? Let's go. I'm in, you know. And they're like, okay, we're going to have you guys give us your best 5-second fake orgasm. And I was like, I don't think that you needed to specify fake. Like, was there really anyone in the back like, when can I do it? When can I do it? When? They said no pictures, but what about coming? Does anybody know? Like, no one was that horny. We were all like, why do we pay money for this? But I went on stage and I was like, well, now I'm gonna win because I'm competitive, so let's go. And for the first few seconds, I was like, oh yeah, ooh, give mama what you like, oh yeah. And then I just turned to a bag of garbage. And I was like, yeah, gush, 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 gush. I started like sprinklering it into the audience. But it was all middle-aged ladies, so they were like, yeah, we love you! All that to say, I want a Thunder from Down Under hat, you guys. Yeah.